Welcome, everybody. My name is Veronica. I work in operations at Resource One Credit Union. I've been here for 14 years, and I'm also a certified financial coach.
Hello, everyone. My name is Erica, and I am a branch manager with Resource One Credit Union. I, as well, am a financial coach.
So today's topic, we wanted to talk about something that's going on right now. It's tax season. And of course, those scammers are out there. I think it's a good time to talk to our members and talk to anyone that may be listening about scams that have been happening and ways that we can avoid them.
Well, what we do know is that the IRS will not contact you via email. They will not contact you out of the blue. They will not let you know about a refund that you didn't know you had coming. Any refund that you do have coming, I'm pretty sure you're going to be well aware of it. Some have even received emails with convincing IRS logo stating or displaying a refund amount and a link for you to actually click on it to go get your refund. The bogus IRS emails is an example of phishing, which can lead to identity theft. It occurs when scammers use an authentic looking email or email to trick their recipients into supplying personal financial data. Anything that you could think of, such as credit card numbers, account numbers, routing numbers.
Yes, the IRS is never going to email you. So we know kind of how slow they are. So I just kind of have to think about that and put two and two together, because the IRS is already slow. So if they're going to send you an email and they're going to tell you that you can have some money if you click on this to get your refund and put your information in, they don't work like that. So fake tax sites that include the IRS logo. This is a technique to make a victim feel more comfortable. So you generally know what that logo looks like, but if that logo is what they're doing is they're putting that logo, they're like copying it some kind of way and putting it just to make it look legit, just so that you can feel comfortable looking at that personal information. But you should know, the IRS website is irs.gov. Also, those fake websites, they will require financial information, such as your social security number, your bank account number, your user ID for online banking, that kind of stuff. So it's going to ask you for a password. No, the IRS will never ask you for any of that information on their actual website. But victims will enter this information, press submit, and then that's how that information is given directly to those scammers.
Right. I mean, one thing to keep in mind is always, if you have doubts, verify yourself, call the IRS. I know it's probably hard to get through it, but you could actually go to their website and actually create a login directly to their website that you have for your own personal use. So whenever in doubt or just you don't feel secure or safe about it, always double check.
Yes. So if you hire someone to do your taxes and they purposely fake deductions or fudge numbers, any tax preparer, well, the IRS refers to them as ghost tax preparers because there's someone who is trying to prepare your taxes, but really they're trying to kind of get off on you as well. Like if you hire them and they start adding more numbers or moving stuff around or just faking stuff, that's the ghost tax preparer. Also, a ghost tax preparer, they'll charge you by the amount you make back, which legitimate companies or legitimate taxpayers or tax preparers, they will charge you, usually a fee up front, and they'll just say, this is the fee. But if you make back $1,000 versus $3,000, they're going to charge you a certain percentage, like maybe 10% or 20% or something ridiculous like that. That's a ghost tax preparer.
Also, Veronica, I know you're mentioning the ghost tax preparers or the ghost taxes. One thing to keep in mind on your documentation, your tax paperwork, when they hand it back to you, Keep an eye for the signature. Most of the time, they will return your income tax paperwork without them signing them, and that's a no-no. You should always have a signature by the person doing your taxes, whoever that individual is. So always make sure that you are working with a credible company. Find someone with a prepared tax ID and file for them. Always make sure that they sign your paperwork. Again, I cannot say that so many times. And if they refuse, just go somewhere else. Go somewhere else that you feel more comfortable knowing who did your taxes and knowing that someone is going to have your back for anything that goes wrong.
So a tax scam call will be pre-recorded, usually in many cases. The IRS typically will snail mail you any information that you need, especially if you have to take action. Or you'll get a live call. A scammer will do a live call that sounds urgent or threatening. I actually have received one of those calls before, where it's like, I need your social security number right now, or we are going to turn you into the law, something like that.
Well, yeah, so also have to keep in mind that scammers can also spoof caller ID numbers to make it seem like they're calling you from anywhere in the country. You're right. I mean, they're sneaky. I just had a phone call actually maybe 2 weeks ago, and my caller ID clearly said FedEx. So I answered because I had some packages coming, and sure enough, I answered, and it wasn't FedEx. It was someone asking for my account information, asking for stuff that I would not give to FedEx. So yeah, keep in mind that scammers are out there, and they could technically do anything.
Yeah, I mean, not even just FedEx, they use local police departments. So you can go, they'll actually spoof it so that it makes it look like you're actually going to the Dallas PD website if you go to look it up, or it calls to them or something crazy like that. But yeah, the spoofing method, if I can talk, it's real. It can also appear to come from like federal agencies. So not just law enforcement, federal agencies, what's the big police department? Who's over the police?
FBI?
The FBI. Yes. FBI. I know, it was like right on my head. They will actually spoof those types of companies and organizations to help convince that victim that the call is actually coming from the IRS. It is not. So we recommend TurboTax. It's a part of the Love My Credit Union, which is it's an exclusive savings for just credit union members. So a lot of other credit unions besides Resource One, we all promote their services. I actually personally use them myself because it's just so easy.
It really is. I use it myself as well, and it's step by step. Is the best thing I've done in the last, I think, 4 or 5 years that we've been using it. It always has different promotions all the time. So always keep an eye out because you could do amazing savings doing your own taxes. Taxes are made easy. Real experts standing by 24/7. They walk you through it step by step, and it's done right. It's guaranteed. I mean, they guarantee it 100% accurate calculations for you. So you can be confident that your taxes are being right and correctly.
So the best thing to do if you're ever unsure, especially when you get these scammy emails or phone calls, or if you're just unsure, maybe it is good, maybe it's not, it's a legitimate thing to go and check the irs.gov. You can always, even though it could be a hassle, the IRS takes a little bit to answer the phone, but you can always call your local IRS office, irs.gov, or you can forward that email. So if you get an email, forward it to phishing, that's phishing at irs.gov. Not only can you find the truth on the actual website, but you may be able to alert the IRS to a criminal who can be shut down. before scamming another criminal, or I'm sorry, scamming another victim. We don't want them to be scammed. I don't care about the criminals, but it's the victim.
Correct. And then one last note, just make sure that whatever information you are putting into your 2021 is accurate. And if you have it deposited into an account, do not close that account. There are errors. If there are any errors, or if the IRS needs to deposit a stimulus payment, that could cause delays. So try to keep your account open just until you could hear from the IRS, or once you've gotten all your deposits have been completed.
And I did want to make one more quick note is tax day. Tax day is April 15th. But here in the state of Texas, and the victims of the Texas storm, the IRS has actually, and fact check me on irs.gov, but Texas, because of the Texas storms that occurred in February 2021, that deadline has been pushed back to June 15th, 2021. Okay, so the IRS and authorized collection agencies will never do any of the following. We're just going to spit them right out at you. They will never demand payments in the form of gift cards, prepaid cards, wire transfers. Payments will typically be requested by mail.
Correct. Also, they will never ask for a payment to be made payable for any third-party business other than the U.S. Treasury Department.
They will never threaten to call law enforcement for not paying.
They will never deny the request for appeals or questions regarding the amount owed.
The IRS will never ask for debit or credit card payment information over the phone. And they also won't ask you to confirm your social over the phone.
Right. Also, they will not send links to non-IRS approved URLs. Scammers can rename in the link an email, so always be sure to hover over the link to reveal the real URL before clicking on it.
That's a good one. They also will never ask you for a copy of your W-2 to file your return. The IRS won't do that.
Right. And finally, the IRS will never offer you cash in advance for your tax refund. Now, some legitimate places that file your taxes might offer you your cash now rather than waiting for the IRS to make the deposit into your account. But please keep in mind that this might be a high interest predatory loan tactic, similar to like a payday loan.